I forgave my cheating wife, but she just cheated again. So this time I went all out and took our house and kids while she was left helpless. When Grace cheated 9 years ago, I made a choice I still question. Our son was only 4 months old. She was struggling with postpartum depression, barely sleeping, crying randomly throughout the day. One evening she asked if she could go out alone just to breathe. I told her to take all the time she needed. I had both kids handled. She came back at 1 a.m. looking destroyed. Not tired, destroyed. We sat in the living room at 2 a.m. while the kids slept upstairs. She cried for 10 minutes straight before she could even speak. I slept with somebody. The room went dead silent. I remember staring at our wedding photo on the wall behind her head, trying to process what I just heard. It took me another 10 minutes before I could ask who. Just some guy from a bar, she whispered. He hit on me and I got carried away. I slept on the couch that night. And here's the thing, we never spoke about it again. Not once in 9 years. I told myself she was honest right away. That showed remorse. She was struggling mentally. I made excuses. I chose to forgive and move on. Life went back to normal. Great even. I built my business. The kids thrived. Grace seemed happy. Then last month, my neighbor Steve called me on a Tuesday at 2:30 p.m. Hey man, this might be nothing, but there's a black Tacoma in your driveway. It's the third time I've seen it over the last 2 months, always when you're at work. I saw the driver today. Definitely a man. Look, I'm probably being paranoid, but I'd want you to tell me if you saw the same thing. My heart dropped into my stomach. That old memory came flooding back instantly. I told my crew I had an emergency and left, but I didn't just drive straight home. I parked 3 houses down the street and walked. I unlocked the front door as quietly as possible. The smell hit me first. Men's cologne I didn't recognize. Then I saw it. A loosened tie on the stairs. His dress shoes kicked off by our bedroom door. I could hear the bed creaking. Their voices. Everything. I stood in the hallway for exactly 30 seconds. My brain running through every possible reaction. I could storm in. I could leave and pretend I never saw it. I could film it. Instead, I walked back out just as quietly as I came in. They never knew I was there. The next morning, I told Grace I had to fly to Atlanta for a client emergency. 2-week trip. Her face lit up with relief when I said it. I didn't go to Atlanta. I went to my lawyer, then to a private investigator who confirmed what I already knew. The black Tacoma belonged to a guy named Marcus from her gym. They'd been seeing each other for 4 months. Here's what Grace forgot. After her first affair, I was so paranoid it would happen again that I had her sign a post-nuptial agreement. My lawyer recommended it. She signed it without really reading it because she felt guilty. That agreement stated that if she ever cheated again, she'd forfeit her claim to the house, and I'd get primary custody of the kids. Over the next week, I moved methodically. Had the house appraised at $640,000. Transferred $47,000 from our joint account into a separate one. Gathered every piece of evidence the PI collected. On day 12 of my business trip, I came home early with my attorney and a process server. Grace was on the couch watching reality TV in her pajamas at 3 p.m. She jumped up when she saw me, confused. "You're back early," she said, trying to smile. My attorney stepped forward. "Mrs. Wilson, you're being served with divorce papers." Her face went white. The process server handed her the documents while my lawyer calmly explained the post-nuptial agreement she'd signed 9 years ago. "Wait, what? No, we can work this out," she stammered, looking at me desperately. Her phone buzzed on the coffee table. A text from Marcus Jim flashed on the screen. "Is he gone yet?" I pointed at it. "You should probably tell him the answer is no." She started crying, saying she made a mistake, that we could go to counseling, that she'd end it immediately. My lawyer interrupted. "Given the post-nup and documented evidence of the affair, Mrs. Wilson will be vacating the premises by end of week." The hearing took 6 weeks. She tried fighting it, but the post-nup was airtight. I got full custody, the house, and our savings. She got her car and whatever she